The end of ego had rendered me directionless. Everything I had worked on for over a decade had come to an end. I felt that ego and its song repertoire were my life's work. After the band ended, I wondered what I would do. I became a fixture at local restaurants and bars. I began to womanize outright. Often, many of these women knew each other, including one instance of a mother and her daughter. I knew that I was just chasing days gone by, but I decided to roll with it. Besides, who used whom? Was having sex with women like using a commodity? Like goods and services? Or were they using me? My cynicism about what I learned from my carousing contributed further to my overall mood, and I spent almost all of 2007 in a drunken haze. I felt that I had topped out in a job that was going nowhere. I felt as though I had no real outlet for anything. I spent obscene amounts of money womanizing at bars, lounges, and restaurants. I had not yet learned to stop looking for everyone I could find and finding no one I wanted. It was amazing how I could see everything and nothing, both at the same time. Again this year, I had hoped time spent at the lake would improve my mood, and again this year it didn't. I was now so disgusted by the politics, the ignorance, and the outright idiocy of what I saw there, I could barely contain myself. If life at the lake was also this bad, what else was left? Essling Lake had always been my sanctuary, my last saving grace, and now even this was awful. I felt like everything was slipping away. My senses were bristling, and I couldn't seem to stop putting on whatever facade was necessary just to get through social situations. I had gotten so good at it that almost no one noticed. My depression was palpable as my 40th birthday approached. I continued to take stock of all of the failures in my life and began to plan to commit suicide. I was in agony. I was finally so tired of having to live with constant physical pain along with my seemingly endless psychological torment that I began to formulate an exit plan. On September 2nd, I systematically tagged all of my belongings with instructive notes as to who should receive each of my possessions. On the 3rd, I composed the first of several suicide notes, and I anticipated the upcoming holiday weekend as being my last. I had finally had enough.